Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. A very good morning, afternoon, and evening to all my viewer at Makmal Izzah. Ladies and gentlemen, as I recall, I think my in my previous video, I'll say that I would like to talk about one species of plant, what we call Habastus Sauda. Habastus Sauda, it was stated in the hadis Sahih Bukhari say that Habastus Sauda can cure all disease except death. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of dispute on this hadith. But as a Muslim, the words of Rasulullah is absolute truth. So it's up to us to interpret. And here in my video, I'll let my attempt to prove that it is true in the whole word of Rasulullah SAW that Habastus Sauda did have the power, the ability, or the potential to cure all disease except death. This is the part one of the journey of understanding Habastus Sauda and what the capability of Habastus Sauda. Ladies and gentlemen, when you're talking about Habastus Sauda, we're going to make it, the journey will consist of, uh, I think we're looking at two parts. One is a modern medicine part or modern scientific part of it, where we're going to prove it through the what we call the research of what inside Habastus Sauda also all about. Another one, we're going to use it as we're going to use the metaphysics regarding the research that been done to all throughout the years by all medical practitioner, more medical scientists, and throughout the century of how it been used in medical term. So as we know that this is not a short journey, but I'll try my best to prove that Habastus Sauda did have the solution for all our disease. However, this is only my research and not absolute truth, and I'll try to do it as good as fast as possible. And of course, I'll also give some tips how to use Habastus Sauda in our daily life. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start that, before we start with all this journey, this wonderful journey regarding Habastus Sauda. Okay, we're going to start with the very basic. What is the very basic? To know it is to love it. You have to know about Habastus Sauda itself before you love it and you understand how the journey is going to be. Habastus Sauda is the name you're talking in Arabic word. We talk is a word itself. In the scientific world, Habastus Sauda, I will start to refer it from now on as Nigella Sativa. Nigella Sativa, or we call black cumin, Kalojera, Kalonji, black caraway, and then some say is also have few other names. Let me search for the word. Yeah, nutmeg flower, fennel flower, and those other words that. And then for us, we're talking about jintan manis. Sorry about that. I'll get back to that later. Um, and throughout history, the first known modern knowledge about Nigella sativa or black cumin or jintan hitam is one of annual flowering plant. It's from the family what we call Rhinon Ranunculacea, a native in Eastern Europe. We have it in Eastern Europe, Bulgaria, Cyprus, and Romania, and also Western Asia, Turkey, Iran, and Iraq. Of course, we have it also in part of Europe, part of Africa, Eastern Myanmar, and also in Malaysia, because this is a very good plant. The plant is just about very small one. not really small. It can grow up to 20 to 30 centimeter, 1 feet. Yeah, it's about 1 feet tall. So it's very short, what we call here a short cloth. And the flower is delicate and usually color play pale blue and black, and it has some petal. Okay, this is some picture of the flower of Nigella Sativa. Of course, you see the plante, what's the kind, and all that is there. The information is there in Wikipedia regarding the basic of what is Nigella Sativa. And it was first found out, not really found out, it's just written in history. Archaeological evidence that earliest cultivation of Nigella Sativa is big, date back up to 3,000 years ago, because they found it in Egypt, including in the tomb of Tutankhamun, of the one of the pharaoh of the Egyptian, and also it's found out in the floods in Turkey about 2,000 years ago, 2,000 to 3,000 years ago. So, ladies and gentlemen, Nigella Sativa has been here in our society for a very long time. In fact, it was shows that Nigella Sativa or Habastus Sauda or black cumin have been used by the society, by the cultural society across the globe as part of medical risk, as a part of medical remedy on top of cooking. So when we are talking about here, we already know that now in modern medicine, some researchers proclaim that Nigella Sativa is one of the nature wonder of medicine, because it has the potential to cure a lot of disease. Ladies and gentlemen, regarding the chemistry itself, Nigella Sativa have 32 to 40% of it is in term of oil. And we can consume Nigella Sativa or black cumin or Habastus Sauda in two ways, either in its seed form or it is in an oil form. And also we can vapor up and to make it into a steam form. So this was a basic structure of Nigella Sativa. On my second video regarding Habastus Sauda, the miracles, the cure for all these seed, I will explain more regarding the what's inside of Nigella Sativa. Ladies and gentlemen, for your information, when we're talking about Nigella Sativa, the medical use itself, we have a lot of studies on it. In fact, it was dated back up to, this is by Western medicine, the study by Western medicine, it was dated back up to early 800. Yeah, early 800, the early 800th century. This is done by Western medicine, and also there's some research that's done on Eastern medicine done by the Pakistani, by the Indian, by the Chinese regarding Habastus Sauda or Nigella Sativa or black cumin. So I'm going to talk about it because as in terms of list of chemical inside a Nigella Sativa, we have more than 361 active medical value in it, because of the component itself is very vast. And also there's a way to do it. Okay, this is my part one on regarding Habastus Sauda. I hope I can hear from you. Maybe I can see more of you on my part two regarding Habastus Sauda, and we going to dive deep inside Habastus Sauda, Nigella Sativa, black cumin, jintan hitam, kalanji, whatever name is there, so we can understand more regarding the magical seed. With that, see you for the next one regarding we deep dive inside what is Habastus Sauda all about. With that, I thank you. Saiful out.